Want to build your...
They took two identical twins and locked them in two separate rooms. Each got the exact same number of calories every day, but there was one difference. One twin ate whole foods like fish, eggs, vegetables, and a few low glycemic berries. The other one only junk, soda, chips, and fast food. A few weeks later, they both lost weight, but something was off. One looked pale, weak, almost lifeless. The other one, bright, strong, and full of life. They took two identical
A worm crawled out of the dough the woman had just kneaded. She slaps it dead, splits the dough to check, and freezes. There are more inside. She dumps the whole bowl, calls a pest control specialist, and asks them to sweep the kitchen. She checks the walk-in. The food she just bought is already spoiled. She throws everything out. In the backyard, every veggie bed is wilted. With nothing usable left, she calls clients and cancels the bookings. She used to pull 5 figures a month as a chef, no cap, and her dishes once packed a restaurant. After all that praise, she told her boss she was quitting to open her own spot.
Come on, kid. You're not a boss.
To keep opening day on track, she restarts from zero. The food experts arrive anyway. With whatever's left, she plates a quick stand-in dish.
We have a deconstructed Caesar salad with herb roasted chicken and grilled little gem lettuce. Enjoy.
As guests start tasting, she hustles the second. Caramelized onion soup with a toasted almond puff. Seeing their pleased faces, her friend finally exhales. Then she serves dish 3, gives a short intro. Boom, a worm crawls out of the plate and starts inching across the table. People are still eating, loving it, when she notices more worms already swarming the plates. One of them headed straight for the critic's mouth. A worm crawled out of the dough the woman had just kneaded. She slaps it dead, splits the dough to check, and freezes. There are more inside. She dumps the whole bowl, calls a pest control specialist, and asks them to sweep the kitchen. She checks the walk-in. The food she just bought is already spoiled. She throws everything out. In the backyard...
This is the hide of Esau.
No!
Very serious.
He's old.
Berrus singularis Silvano.
No. Next.
Father,
A moment.
I'm longing to know.
It is the skin of a flea.
Continue.
Giant manatee.
No. Next.
Free.
It was never my intention that I would give you to such a monster, but what can I do? You heard the proclamation.
I'm being held prisoner by an ogre. You must have heard of me. I'm the princess, the king's daughter who was given in marriage to an ogre. Please, I need you to help me get to the other side.
Where is this ogre that holds you prisoner?
He's hunting, but he'll be back in...
I have my sons. They can save you.
This is the hide of Esau.
No.
Very serious.
Now that is a talented barber. Watch this. The gentleman has Tourette syndrome, so those tics, those movements are involuntary and completely unexpected. He can't control them. And as a barber, you gotta work around that. Not easy. Now that is a talented barber. Watch this.
I just found this.
He accidentally stepped in mud. As he put his shoe back on, a guard suddenly whipped him frantically, but not clenched his teeth. insisted on finishing putting on his shoe, and stood up again, for if he lost his shoes, he would most likely die from an infected wound on his foot. Under the guard's supervision, they walked into a huge pit, numbly picked up shovels, and started digging. They had been repeating this work for months, not knowing how many pits they had dug. They had also been wondering why the German army kept digging pits in the woods. At this time, the German army had just set up the concentration camp. Everyone thought the concentration camp was just a labor camp for imprisoning Jews, so they assumed the pits were for burying looted treasures, or the bodies of German soldiers killed on the front lines. Until this day, Nock and 2 companions were taken to a closed courtyard to do what the German army called sorting work. Before long, a military truck loaded with Jews arrived. Then, the German soldiers enthusiastically helped the Jews get off the truck. The German officer even reassured everyone not to panic. He told the Jews that the concentration camp was not a prison, but just a labor camp where Jews gathered. Every Jew would get a job here, and the German army would pay them salaries on time. After listening to the German officer's words, the Jews, who had been panicking, finally relaxed, and involuntary smiles appeared on their faces. Then the German officer told them, to prevent the spread of diseases, everyone must take a bath and disinfect first. After all the Jews entered the room, Nock started his sorting work. They carried the Jews' luggage into the warehouse, then unpacked it, and sorted clothes, shoes, jewelry, and money into separate piles as required by the German army. At this time, Nock still thought the German army was only trying to seize the Jews' wealth, but what he never expected was that when he walked out of the warehouse, he saw the German army driving all the Jews who had just bathed and disinfected into a special ironclad truck. They connected a hose to the truck compartment, and instantly, heart-wrenching wails and the thunderous sound of desperate slaps on the iron sheets came from inside. Listening to these terrifying sounds like they were from hell, Nock suddenly seemed to understand everything. After that, Nock witnessed more Jews arriving here. Although he had realized the German army's conspiracy, he was powerless to stop it, only able to watch silently as everything unfolded. He endured working at the sorting station for more than 10 days. On this morning, he finally left the terrifying sorting station and returned to work in the woods. But this time, his job was no longer digging pits, but filling them. He also saw that ironclad truck again at the pit filling site when the German army opened the truck compartment. Looking at the pile of Jewish bodies crammed inside, Nock finally understood completely. The concentration camp was not a labor camp at all, but a death terminal specially designed to plunder Jews' property and slaughter their lives. After that, Nock kept working at the burial site for a long time. He could no longer remember how many bodies he had carried, until this evening, he unexpectedly saw his own wife among the pile of corpses. He roared in grief, begging the German soldiers to shoot him. He accidentally stepped in mud as he put his shoe back.
Today I'm trying a...
Do you know what the rarest birthdays are?
No.
So recent day is
Did you know she put Nutella on bread?
And then crumble on some Nutella biscuits.
And then she put some extra Nutella biscuits in it.
And then add a couple of strawberries to make it healthy.
And take off a couple of strawberry to make it better.
And take off the crusts.
And then roll up like a newborn. And then Dad rolls it up like a newborn baby. And then some chocolate that I melted earlier.
Then put it in the chocolate that he melted earlier.
And get some nuts.
Bruh.
Then get some nuts.
Nuts onto a tray.
Is it edible?
I hope so.
Then crush them up.
Okay. Bruh. Gently roll your Nutella log over it. Then let it set in the fridge for an hour. Out of the fridge.
Block of diabetes. Good.
Okay.
Still one Nutella. Did you know she put Nutella on bread?
And then crumble on some Nutella biscuits.
Two guys are showering together.
Oh, we're just saving water.
The first guy showers with hot water.
Ah, that's so relaxing.
The second guy showers with room temperature water to prevent his skin and scalp from getting dry. The first guy uses a regular loofah and scrubs hard. The second guy uses a silicone scrubber because it collects less bacteria and exfoliates his skin better. The first guy goes quick and doesn't even scrub his back.
Yeah, forget about it. I can't reach it.
The second guy makes sure to get his back between his toes, his armpits, behind his ears, and every crevice. They both get out and the first guy rubs his hair to dry it and forgets to dry his armpit. The second guy pat dries his hair to prevent frizziness and dries his armpit properly to prevent it from smelling bad.
Yeah, you smell way better. I'm gonna follow you for more tips.
Two guys are showering together.
Oh, we're just saving water.
The first guy showers with hot water.
Ah, that's so relaxing.
The second guy showers with room temperature water to prevent his skin and scalp from getting dry. The first guy uses a regular loofah and scrubs hard. The second guy uses a silicone scrubber because it collects less bacteria and exfoliates his skin better. The first guy
After
he buries these bones underground, he'll transform them into something shockingly beautiful. Because once they're dug up, nearly half a year later, all the flesh has decomposed, meaning he can start this legendary 3,000-year-old process called bone inlet. As after the bones are completely cleaned, he cuts them into thin, even pieces and sands them down until they're perfectly flat. And this is all part of one of the most skilled art forms in the world, because they're then cut into extremely precise patterns by hand, with the same exact shapes carved into a wood board, which can take weeks since everything has to be done perfectly, as both pieces have to align with hair width precision. But after pine resin is used to glue the pieces into place, it's then sanded until the surface becomes completely flat, turning bones into luxury art. After he buries these bones underground, he'll transform them into something shockingly beautiful, because once they're dug up nearly half a year later, all the flesh has decomposed, meaning he can start this legendary 3,000-year-old process called bone inlet. As after the bones are completely cleaned, he cuts them into thin, even pieces and sands them down until they're perfectly flat. And this is all part of one of the most skilled art forms in the world, because they're then cut into extremely precise patterns by hand, with the same exact shapes carved into a wood.
Does your child love...
Too thick. Still too thick. Again. Don't saw it. Don't fucking saw it! Again. You're doing it again! Cook it. Overcook. Again. Overdone. Overdone. Again. Again! Come on! There is too much oil! Do it until you get it right.
Whoa, looks like your girl couldn't find her way home.
Here, wipe off the oil.
Too thick. Still too thick.
While cooking, an elderly woman ran out of oil, so she scraped the waste oil that had accumulated inside the kitchen exhaust hood and used it to fry her food. That night, both she and her husband were rushed to the hospital with severe food poisoning. After being discharged, the woman found that the buns she had steamed before hospitalization had gone moldy. Believing that high temperatures kill germs, she steamed them again and forced her husband to peel off the skin and eat the filling. Before they even finished eating, both collapsed, and when they woke up, they had already been in the ICU for 3 days. On the winter solstice, she noticed the vinegar at home was about to expire. Unwilling to waste it, she gulped down the rest in one shot, and once again ended up hospitalized for vinegar poisoning. This time, thinking the hospital fees were too expensive, she secretly slipped out as soon as her condition slightly improved. Back home, she dug out a box of old medicines she had hoarded for 10 years and swallowed them all at once. Unsurprisingly, she was rushed back to the hospital by ambulance, leaving the medical staff in disbelief. But even then, she complained that the IV drip was too slow and costly, so she pulled the needle out herself and drank the entire infusion bottle in one go. When her children begged her to stop being so frugal, she proudly retorted, "If I hadn't been thrifty all my life, how could I afford the hospital bills?" While cooking, an elderly woman ran out of oil.
Put it down, Noah!
Put the gun down!
What are those rotters you shooting at?
Hands.
Whatever this is, we can help.
You do what we say, we don't hurt you.
Okay.
Good. Now turn around. Put your guns on the floor and kneel.
Mind if I ask you something? The way you talk, the way you carry yourself. Are you a cop?
Put it down, Noah!
Put the gun down!
What are those rotters you shooting at?
Hands.
Whatever this is, we can help.
You do what we say, we don't hurt you.
Okay.
Good. Now turn around. Put your guns on the floor and kneel.
Mind if I ask you something? The way you talk, the way you carry yourself. Are you a cop?
Day one of starting a business with my dad. First stop, the store. We grabbed tortillas. We were about to pay, but Pops decided we needed one more sauce.
Taqueros en especial.
We got to the truck, popped the back open, and started packing it with everything we needed, turning it into the official taco mobile. Next stop, another store. Am I handsome, guys? Be honest. We got the meat, thanked the ladies for their good work, and hit the road to our location. Got a quick time lapse for you. We pulled up, got everything out of the car, and got ready to get to work like a real taco crew. Dad got straight to work, preparing veggies like a pro. Man doesn't play when it comes to food. Then he sent me back to the store for corn tortilla chips. Cashier lady was very nice.
Perfect, thank you. Have a good day.
Back at the stand, I set up the table, made everything look clean. Chips in the bowl, sauces lined up, Dad still cooking like a G. Then it started getting busy. People pulled up non-stop, orders flying in, and we were just trying to keep up. Guess how much we made in the comments? I'll pin the right answer. Day one of starting a business with my dad. First stop, the store. We grabbed tortillas. We were about...
This is dinosaur poop. Yes, sir. Doesn't smell like poop.
Watch what happens when this man brings in 200-million-year-old dinosaur poop to a pawn shop.
So where did you find this stuff?
Central Wyoming.
It's petrified dinosaur turds.
That's what it is.
It feels like, stone. How do you determine this isn't some giant piece of quartz or something like that?
Oh, just the varying colors.
Okay. And how much does this one weigh?
That's approximately 42 pounds.
And what's this one?
That should be about 38 according to my bathroom scale.
And how much do you want for it?
Well, I believe this here should be worth about $40 a pound.
I'd like my gemologist to take a look at this. Maybe he knows what this stuff goes for. Jeff will be able to tell me if this is dinosaur crap or a piece of crap.
There's some big chunks of rock here.
Is this dinosaur poop?
From what I can tell, this is fossilized dung.
So what's this stuff worth?
$10 to $15 a pound.
Yeah, maybe for some of the smaller stuff, but not in chunks this big.
I will give you $1,100 total. That's the best I can go.
How about 12?
1,100.
1150?
1,100.
All right.
This is dinosaur poop.
Yes, sir.
Doesn't smell like poop.
Watch what happens when this...
Okay, so regular...
I was the first black player ever signed to the NBA. But every time I scored, the refs unfairly blew the whistle. A perfect dunk. And they called it a foul just because they'd never seen that move before. Coach argued with them angrily, saying it was blatant targeting. As I walked onto the court, the white crowd stood and clapped for me. I never received that kind of treatment before. The cameras caught that historic moment. But no one realized the conspiracy that was about to unfold. As soon as I got the ball, I was swarmed. The ref immediately signaled a foul on me. I hit a beautiful three-step layup, but they called it a travel. I simply stole the ball, and the ref said it was an intentional foul. As I focused on finding a chance, the player in front of me shoved me to the ground. Everyone saw it was intentional, but the ref acted like he didn't see a thing. That's when I realized the refs were doing this on purpose. So I had to make every move obvious. Even my offense had to follow the rules exactly. When I threw the ball off the backboard and dunked it, the ref blew his whistle again. I knew one more foul and I'd be banned. Coach was furious and argued with the ref, but the ref didn't care. Coach had no choice but to bench me. Without me, the game turned. The other team easily took the lead. During halftime, Coach told me to stick to the league's rigid rules, but I knew this wasn't just about the rules. It was about unfairness. When I was shoved by those white players, where was the ref? That was unfair. I thought about quitting because this was making it hard to enjoy basketball. But then I remembered playing in my hometown. We all loved the game, but because of our skin color, we could never make it to the NBA. We were stuck playing in the slums, entertaining ourselves. To change that, I had to keep going. So I asked to play again. I played cautiously, sticking to the league's rules. When they surrounded me, I hit a perfect three-pointer. Slowly, I started closing the gap on the score. With the ref watching closely, I passed to my teammate to score. Finally, I dunked again, ending the game. The whole crowd stood and clapped. I proved myself for every black player who loves basketball. I was the first black player ever signed to the NBA. But every time I scored, the refs unfairly blew the whistle. A perfect dunk. And they called it a foul just because they'd never seen that move before. Coach argued with them angrily, saying it was blatant targeting. As I walked onto the court, the white crowd stood and clapped for me. I never received that kind of treatment before. The cameras